Hello, everyone, and welcome to Meow Mix, a Carolina Panthers podcast. My name is Steven.
My name is Jerry.
And today is the first preview of the season, official preview. We've done a couple of little,
It's here.
preseason previews, but this is the real deal. Regular season, week number 1.
I had to go into the
Panthers,
closet
Jaguars.
of our Google Drive and dust off the game previews from last
Right.
year. I was like, digitally. I can't
Yeah.
really blow on a digital piece of paper.
So right before we get started here, my wife went to a consignment sale today, and she found this. So this is apologize to the podcast listeners, but I'll try to describe it. So it's a picture, a limited edition, individually numbered picture. You can't really see it too well here, but it is the 2013 team, basically all their signatures.
Oh, nice.
It is number 145. I don't know how many there were, but it is individually numbered. Certificate of authenticity from the Highland Mint. If
Okay.
anybody knows if that's legitimate or not, but so kind of cool. Nice little piece of history there, Panthers history. Got guys like Byron Bell on there.
All right.
Jay Stu, Cam. Yeah, kind of cool.
That is cool. Really like that for. Yeah. All right. Now let's. I don't know what to say to that. I'm sorry. I don't know.
I just wanted to show it off. It's pretty neat. Yeah. I'm gonna redo my wall back here and kind of figure out where to put it. But anyway, so we are here to discuss Panthers Jags week 1. Before we get to that, Jerry, what do we want to talk about?
We have some YouTube comments we're going to discuss, and we also have our text and voicemail line that we got a text in that quick day that we were not recording.
Yeah.
So, real quick, we're going to start off with the YouTube comments. We're going to go ahead and start with Luke Walker, 074. He hopes that Turk Wharton is one of the best D linemen because they paid big bucks for him, and they really did. I kind of wasn't the biggest fan of that signing, but supposedly he's looked good.
That felt like who's Dan
Williams.
Morgan's right hand man? No. Who's Dan Morgan's right hand man? The cap guru.
Oh yes, I can't think of his name from the Chiefs.
Man, yeah. I feel like, gosh, I can't believe I can't remember his name right now, but I feel like he was kind of pushing that one. He seemed to be like they did an interview with him right after the signing, and he was nothing but glowing about this guy. So we'll talk about him in a minute when we kind of go over the depth chart. But I too hope that he is one of our best D linemen because yes, he is being paid pretty well.
Yeah, and that's Brant
And that
Tillis.
was the Milton Williams. Brant Tillis, yes.
Okay.
And that was the Milton Williams kind of backup plan.
Yeah. Now, Lord Bloodwolf 8372. The entire season is on our QB1. Our wide receiver numbers have been low due to bad QB play, and Chuba did awesome. Oh, wait, he does need the QB. I mean...
Yeah. The whole season does hinge on Bryce. I mean, the whole franchise right now hinges on Bryce.
Yeah. I mean, This is a very pivotal year for the Panthers because if Bryce isn't the guy, it's
Back to
gonna
the drawing
be
board.
Yeah. Jay, I know we had an abundance of receivers on the roster, but Thielen trade makes Bryce Young's development super dependent on the dominant and healthy Tetairoa McMillan. And yeah, I mean, I guess you could also say maybe XL, but we've seen XL not excel. And yeah, I did that. Yeah, I did that on purpose.
Yeah, I was talking to somebody today about the wide receiver group, and I was like, I felt really, really good about this wide receiver group like 2 weeks ago. And now I don't know what to think. Like, we've got Thielen's gone, Coker's out. Hunter Renfrow apparently wasn't physically ready enough to make the roster, but now he's probably going to be playing a fairly significant role,
He's
at least
starting
in the first few weeks here. So you know, what I assumed was going to be maybe the strength of the team, it now feels like a big question mark.
I think we're gonna get some of that answered this week, and we'll.
Oh yeah, we definitely will.
Yeah. So.
Yeah.
Last one from Tux3Z. Best advice is to keep expectation low. 6 wins, in my opinion. Okay. Yeah, I
Maybe that might be the best advice.
especially as us Panther fans, we have we that's probably really good advice. Let's not get our hopes up.
Yeah, agreed. Are we frozen?
I am not frozen.
Okay,
I am in a nice warm
just-
office space here.
Okay.
I even have an
okay,
AC
good.
unit that I need to turn on most days.
Okay. Good. Hopefully it is just the stream from you to me that is frozen. So 6 wins, a great expectation there from our YouTube commenter Tusk3Z. Our text message from Keo, new texting friend Keo. He has his own prediction, and he's a little more optimistic. I'm not going to go through his game for game, though he did send it over to us. And I do want to point out a couple of things. So, one, he has a loss to New England, which I think I had as well. But he has this as the letdown game, which I'm a little surprised by that. I think people are sleeping on New England a little bit. He also has us beating San Francisco on Monday Night Football, which would be a lot of fun. And splitting with Tampa Bay, which I think is a little optimistic. But he's got us going 10-7. He's very, very optimistic, Keo. So I hope that you are right.
I do too. 10-7.
And
We're playoff push or
sure. I think that's in the playoffs. I think 10 wins get you in the playoffs.
Especially
in the
now.
NFC. Yeah. But I will say, Keo, I hope that you are not disheartened by what the likely outcome of this season is, just based on the, taking my fandom glasses off and thinking what this season could end up being. I hope that you are not discouraged. Even 7 wins is a step in the right direction.
Yeah, I think every time we've been doing this podcast, our predictions for wins have been way over what actually happened. Granted, since we started doing this podcast, Tepper took over right at the next year, and
yeah. This is, I think, probably. I think last year. I think we were right on it last year. I think we had 6 wins each.
Yeah.
Which was still high, but hopefully this year it will not be. So, thanks everybody for all those comments. Jerry, tell them how they can reach out to us in the future.
You can do the YouTube comments, or you can text or leave a voicemail at 980-494-0071. You could message us on Twitter at MeowMixPodcast, or you can leave a comment or a question at our email at mailbag@meowmixpodcast.com. And lastly, which no one has done in a while, leave us a 5-star review with a comment on Apple Podcasts. We'll read it on the show.
We do still have a podcast. It is still able to be caught through the podcast. Actually, I think we pretty much have an even split between video views and the podcast views. Sometimes the podcast is a little higher. Sometimes YouTube is significantly higher if the algorithm catches us right.
Yeah, YouTube algorithm doesn't like us.
Yeah, I know. And we could probably pay someone to help us with that, but we're poor. We don't have any money. So if you know how to help us for free, let us know.
Money is all going to Bluey paraphernalia because, like Hunter Renfro, I lose my phone and iPads and tablets and all that to my daughter to play some Bluey, and I let my daughter, actually, side quest, I let my daughter play on my phone while we went out to dinner one time while we were waiting for our reservation.
Mm-hmm.
I was sitting there just letting her play. We missed our reservation because they texted my phone 3 times, and she kept swiping up because it interrupted her coloring or so on my phone. We had to walk in and go, "Excuse me, we're here. Don't please, can you see us?" Luckily they were, but
that's funny. So you and Hunter Renfro are basically the same person.
Yes. I mean, not gonna lie. Yeah, have about the
Yeah,
same amount of hair now. So
yeah, yeah, about the same height. He might be a little taller.
I think he's a little bit taller. He
Yeah,
definitely can run a faster 40. Way more in shape than I am.
slightly, slightly.
I no you. I bet you he runs like a 4.7, 4.8, and that would cook me in a heartbeat.
Yeah,
One
but
day we're
you
gonna
have
go
pretty
out
good
there.
hands.
We're gonna go out there one day and do a 40 times on us.
Okay, just give me 6 months to prepare.
You got 6 months right now, buddy.
All right. So end of the season, we
Yeah.
celebratory 40 at the end of the season. Okay. All right. I'm down with that. Okay. Where do we go next here, Jerry? I feel like we've been all over the place.
That's the thought of the show. The Panthers at
Yeah.
the Jaguars Sunday at 1 p.m. Game 1. It's here, guys. You could give yourself on the pat on the back. No more honeydew lists on Sunday. It is that time. It is that time to sit in the couch, drink a beer, and watch some football and stress about something you have no control over. Unless you have a lucky hat or jersey, then you got to wear those.
Yeah. You got a wife if you're married or a husband. If you got a girlfriend or a boyfriend, it's time to go ahead and let them know. Sundays for the next several months are just sorry. Yeah, I'm not available. Putting in my resignation for or I'm going on leave. Just on Sundays.
To all my daughter's friends' birthday parties on Sunday, I will not be attending. That will be a solo trip by Sylvia, my wife.
There you go. Yep. Most of those are a solo trip for my wife anyway, unless it's my friends. But okay, so we're gonna go. I guess injury. We'll start there.
Yeah, we'll go ahead and start on the injury report. Ike Ekwonu is listed did not practice today with an illness, and today is Wednesday. Damian Lewis, guard, shoulder, ankle, limited practice. Damari Mathis, cornerback, knee, limited practice. Robert Hunt, guard, foot, limited practice. I don't like having 3 of our offensive linemen on the injury report first week.
Not great. Not great. There seems like a real chance that Icky will not play.
Yeah, and
well.
his was appendicitis. He had surgery.
Yeah.
On the depth chart, it does have Brady Christensen as his backup, which, yay, I don't want Yosh Nijum.
Well, from what Dave Canales said today, Yosh Neiman, that's how he pronounced it, has been taking practice at that spot. So,
Ah, no.
Yeah.
Bryce
sounds
is
like
dead.
he would probably be first up. I would much rather have Brady there. I mean, it's been a couple of years, I think, since we've seen him play left tackle. But when he played in his rookie season, he was okay.
Yeah.
He was not bad. So, and he did have that experience in college, of course. So,
And Nijum hasn't looked anything good in any of the preseasons. I was shocked he kind of made the roster, except for the fact that there was not much depth out there.
yeah. Yeah, again, another strength of our team, the O-line, suddenly major question mark, at least for week 1.
Nick Scorton, not listed, but he's still working his way back from his collapsed lung in Houston. Not sure if he's going to be able to play or not, but it sounds like he's headed in the right direction.
Good. I mean, he's not on the injury report, so I think he's not on PUP, he's not on IR, he's not on the injury report. I think he's playing.
Good, I hope so. All right, now let's move on to the Jags. Monteric Brown, quarterback, ankle. Wyatt Millum, offensive tackle, knee, did not practice. And Cole Van Lanen, guard, shoulder, limited practice.
I don't know who any of those people are.
Yeah, I mean, first of all, it's so difficult against this team because, let's be real, we don't know them, and they don't know us. But it does look like Brown is their starting corner.
Yeah.
So,
looks like the tackle is not one of their starters.
yeah. So, that'll be interesting if he's out, and since Travis Hunter is the backup corner, how they play that considering it is his first
Yeah.
game.
Right. Yeah, that will be interesting if he starts at the corner. Maybe they just change up his game plan and they just have him play corner more than wide receiver. I don't know. That'll be
I
interesting to watch.
it's yeah, very.
I mean, let's just talk about that. Like, I'm super interested to watch him play
Oh, me
and
too.
see how they line him up. From snap to snap on offense, on defense. Like, how many defensive snaps do you think he'll play?
See,
Because I'm
that's
assuming he'll play most of the offense.
I'm gonna say 15 to 20.
Okay, that's a decent amount.
Yeah, I would say put that kind of at like a backup role,
Yeah,
like a guy that goes in, fills in, and you also want him out there on like big plays and stuff. I would assume.
yeah. I guess if that starter is injured, that could change. But
Yeah.
yeah, that'd be interesting. Okay, do we want to go with the gambling for the children? Is that our next?
Yeah, we could go ahead and go to gambling for the children. Give me 1 second. I do have the T-shirt promo coming on the YouTube. Still working on out the kinks here. Ooh, there it is. Check it out,
Hey,
guys.
nice.
Any of the proceeds of these shirts go to St. Jude's Children's Hospital. Has no effect on our gambling or anything that will at the end of the year go towards them. But with that being said, please buy it, help the kids out and help our show out, even though it's, all proceeds go to them.
Yes. Well said. Well said.
All right. I am trying to pull up our account. Sorry.
That's
If
fine.
you
I've got the lines here.
Okay, great.
So the Jags are favored by 3.5.
They're at home. Yeah, that makes sense.
Yep. The over under is 46.5. I'm looking at FanDuel. Is that what you use, or do you use DraftKings?
We're on DraftKings.
DraftKings. Okay. Let me just make sure it's the same there. Yeah. Okay. Yep. 3.5, 46.5 over under. So I'd be fully, if you look at money line, the Panthers are basically plus 150. So, a $10 bet wins $15 on that. I'd be perfectly happy to keep this one simple and just straight up go Panthers win.
Panthers win on what do we want to do? How much?
Like $10, I think, right? Just
10?
to kind of start
Okay.
off a little,
Yeah,
light.
Yeah, we're gonna start off light. So every year, what this is, gambling for the children. Any new listeners, I guess we should start it off with this. We put in some money into this account. We gamble it every week. Not all of it. We're putting in 100. This week we're putting in 10. Any money we make at the end of the season, all the money in the account goes to St. Jude's. So
Yeah.
with those shirts, any proceeds go to St. Jude's. It's a good charity. Cancer research for kids and helping out families in need. Just
Yeah, and I mean, we'll just make it very clear that at least $100 is going to go. Like, if we lose money and we don't have the $100 in, we'll make it up, and we'll make sure that at least $100 goes. So it's not a ton, but it's good. I do want to run over a couple of prop bets here that I just find a little interesting. So Bryce Young's over under passing yardage is set at 220. That feels kind of high, given that his season average last year is 170. They've also got him at 2 plus. Actually, two passing touchdowns is plus 130 for him. That feels about right. Trevor Lawrence is at minus 109. They've got Brian Thomas Jr. as the high man in terms of receiving yardage at 80. Chuba, the high man at rushing for 60 plus. I actually don't mind that either.
Oh, I would jump on that.
Yeah, I wonder if we could do. You want to look at a parlay maybe of Chuba
Yeah.
and the Panthers' victory?
Panthers victory, Chuba, $10. I could probably do that. I
feel like that's
some reason my password no longer works. That's always fun. Just got to reset it and, not the current password. So
well, that would give us a plus 248. So $10 for their payout would be $34.
Yeah, let's do that.
Along with the 10. Yeah. So, okay. I like that. So that's going to be our official bet. Chuba over 60 rushing yards and the Panthers money line parlay. Going to start off strong.
Yeah, let's win this one for the kids.
Yeah. For the kids.
Gambling for the children. I don't know why I always have to go.
I love the song. Love it.
All right.
All right. Go ahead.
Let's talk about the game. I mean, I feel like this team that we're playing in the Jacksonville Jaguars are very similar in the sense that I don't know what to expect from them. They have a number 1 overall pick in Trevor Lawrence, who has looked good, and he has also looked bad. And with Bryce Young, same thing. Go ahead.
Yeah, I mean, Lawrence, came in as a generational talent.
Yeah, a lot higher regarded than Bryce.
The next Peyton Manning is what, we were told. He has not been good. The Jags were 4-13 last year. They, I don't believe, have had a winning season since he...
Yeah, he took them to the playoff his first year with Nathan Peterson. I think that's how you say it.
Okay. Peterman. Okay. Or Peterson, yeah. But yeah, I guess since then, he's been pretty average at best. Bryce, a different trajectory. I don't think Trevor Lawrence has been benched. Bryce has. He came back, and Bryce's stretch, I feel like, towards the end of last season is at least as good as anything Trevor has put together.
Trevor had a really good season that year. That there was a stretch that took him to the playoffs that he was looking like a Pro Bowl. I think he was a Pro Bowler actually, but like he looked really good. I think people forget that because it was 2 years ago. Because
yeah, I mean, so he had 4,000 yards his rookie season, 21 touchdowns, 14 interceptions.
But you're
okay. It's not amazing.
Looking at the season, I'm telling you, he had a really good run that pushed them to the playoffs, if I remember correctly. So either way, I do think Lawrence has the veteran experience, but again, he's hot and cold just like Bryce has been in his career. I love Brian Thomas Jr. I do worry when Horn and, Jackson have to cover Brian Thomas Jr. and Travis Hunter. I think a big part of this is going to be getting Trevor Lawrence under pressure. Looking at his stats last year, overall significantly worse when he's under pressure. I mean, we're talking a 52 PFF grade last year when facing pressure.
Yeah, that's not great.
That's bad.
Great. And I do want to, before we get a bunch of comments and emails, all right, let's just clear up the Trevor Lawrence thing. So 2022, that's the year you were talking about. 25 touchdowns, 8 interceptions. They went 9-8. He did make the Pro Bowl. He was 7th in the MVP voting. So that by far his best season.
Yeah.
But overall, he is 22-38 as a starting QB. 63% completion percentage, 69 touchdowns, 46 interceptions. Like, to me, that's pretty average. That's not a top number 1 generational type quarterback.
I kind of agree that if I'm looking at him right now, I would say he's an average quarterback. But he still has those generational traits that maybe, Liam Cohen can bring out. That being said, it's a mirror image of what's happening here. Canales was plucked from the Bucs offensive coordinator position to straighten out Bryce Young, to get him going. Liam Cohen was brought in, same reason for Trevor Lawrence. I mean, again, these two teams are very similar.
It's kind of crazy. Like, two teams come in the same year into the league. Both have had success. Both have, I think the Panthers. Well, did the Jags make the Super Bowl one year?
No.
Okay, so the Jags have not made the Super Bowl, but they've been in the playoffs a few times. But yeah, I think overall, I would say the Panthers have been the better franchise.
Oh yeah.
2 Super Bowls. I think we've had more wins. We've been more consistent until the Tepper regime. But right now, they are in a very, very, very similar positions. Both drafted essentially a wide receiver at number 1. Now, Travis Hunter is a very unique type of player and has that cornerback side as well. But, both with number 1 quarterbacks, both with number 1 wide receivers. Brian Thomas Jr. was a number 1 receiver pick last year, as was Excel. So, like, you have very similar styles here. Liam Cohen and Canales, as you mentioned, both came from the same place 1 year apart after being the coordinators for 1 year. Canales knows, I think, a little bit about Liam's system.
And vice versa. I mean, they're from the same system. So
essentially, yeah. So it should be interesting. It'll be an interesting chess match between coaches to see how they can kind of exploit what they know about each other. But yeah, this does feel kind of like the 2 quarterbacks, trying to just move up in the world, show their promise, get their team started off on the right foot.
So another key thing here is both defenses were bad last year. Jacksonville was awful against the pass last year, actually ranking dead last, while the Panthers ranked dead last in run defense. I mean, Jacksonville spent a big signing in the offseason for a cornerback. Now, then they go and draft Travis Hunter, who's a dual player. I'm sorry, I kind of shocked they have him as a receiver as their go-to instead of corner, but okay. Yeah. So it's very mirror images here. I mean, I think the route to go is run the ball, lull them to sleep, and then hit them over the top. Get that TMac groove going. Because those corners, I'm not afraid of their corners, even if Hunter goes. And yeah, I get it. They'll probably say the same thing about J.C. Horn and Mike Jackson, but I feel like those two have proven that they're a solid duo.
Yeah, I agree. I think definitely question marks there, even with Hunter in the NFL. Like, he's going to face players that he has not faced before, talents that he has not faced before in the NFL, schemes he's not faced before, route trees he's not faced before. So I do expect him to struggle early on, probably if he's trying to do both, especially. I just don't see how he can excel at both this early in his career. But I 100% agree with you. Like, it is going to be so important for the Panthers all season long to establish the run game. We've got to control the clock, and we've got to keep our defense off the field for as long as possible, because even though they have put work into the defense this offseason, it's still not very good. The talent is still not where it needs to be what you would consider a defensive team, right? So definitely need to keep the defense off the field as long as possible, extend plays, extend runs, or extend drives, excuse me, and put points on the board, man. Like, we need to score touchdowns. I don't want to have 3 drives that end in 3 points. We need to get some points on the board early on and put the Jags on their back foot.
Yeah, I agree with that. I do think this game is very winnable. I think it's also very losable. Yep. I'm hoping that Canales is the better coach, just because nothing against the Jags. I want us to be better than them.
Sure. Well, Canales has more experience. He went through it last year. He seems more comfortable this year. His system has been in place for a full season and a full off season. we've got a lot of players that have come back. So he should have the edge in terms of coaching.
Oh,
he really
yeah.
should.
I did not realize that Liam Cohen, I was pulling this up. He was the Los Angeles Rams offensive coordinator in 2022. Then he went to Kentucky before he took the job at Tampa Bay. So actually, he's not from Dave Canales' coaching. They went outside to get him.
Interesting.
That is a very interesting hire by them. But yeah.
Yeah.
So they may not know each other as well as we thought.
Yeah. I mean, Canales mentioned that he knows Liam, but expects there to be wrinkles in his scheme. So yeah, but that is interesting. I did not realize that either. I kind of assumed that Liam Cohen was
the
an
quarterback
assistant
guy, and yeah,
right, and just kind of moved up into that spot. So that's very interesting. But yeah, so maybe that won't be. But either way, he is still a first-time head coach. He comes in with limited play calling experience for sure. I'm assuming he's going to be play calling as the head coach, Liam Cohen.
I would assume so. I don't know that off the top of my head. If there's actually any Jaguars fans listening, let us know. If
you've made it this long into the podcast. Yeah, I don't know who their offensive coordinator is. So, but I am assuming that bringing him in, they're probably be bringing him in to call plays. Yeah. I would imagine.
Just like Canales does here.
Right. Yep.
Do you have any more keys to the victories? We kind of touched on those throughout.
Let's keep our mistakes to a minimum. Keep the turnovers down. Keep the penalties down. We saw a lot of penalties in the preseason. I hope that they've worked on that a lot. But if they can play a turnover-free football game, I think they will win. Because I think the Jags will turn it over at least once.
Yeah, I hope so. Yeah, I mean that's it. I'm
excited to watch the rookies. I'm excited to see Lathan Ransom out there. I'm really excited to see TMac out there. I'm excited to see what Bryce can do here in the second year of this offensive line cohesion. Hopefully, we get all of those guys out there playing, or at least Hunt and Damian Lewis are out there, along with the other guys, Moten and who's the other guard?
Damian Lewis.
Yeah. I was Corbett. Sorry, that's who I was thinking. Center. So yeah, hopefully that we've got most of the offense there, if not all of them. I'm excited to see Rico Dowdle, what he can do, in this scheme with this offense. Jimmy Horn. I want to see if they get him involved in some kind of wrinkle or trick play or some, double reverse, something crazy, just to utilize his speed, get him in space. There's a lot of exciting potential for the Panthers this season. We've got a lot of exciting players, a lot of young players. They're going to grow. They're going to make mistakes. We just need to understand that. But I hope that this is the start of something really fun.
Me too. And you forgot JT Sanders. I mean, another guy that's TMac.
Sure.
I am so excited to see what this is, because on paper in Madden, it looks like it's fun. It looks very fun.
Fun is what I want. It's just been so depressing and not fun the last 5 years. It's just been upsetting. But fun is what I desire. I need it
too.
It does look fun.
If we lose, I'm not gonna be happy. But if we at least look fun this year and lose, I'm okay. Bryce looks like the guy. The defense still needs work. But that would be fine.
Yeah, I'm super excited to watch the offense, and I'm really apprehensive to watch the defense.
It's a valid point.
I hope they surprise me. But all right, move on to predictions.
Oh yeah, I thought we were done, but yeah, I forgot we have predictions and the other NFC South
things. Yeah.
Whew, it's not preseason anymore. I gotta get myself up and awake over here.
Yeah.
Bold
all right,
predictions.
bold predictions. You want to go first?
I am going to go out and start with a TMac prediction. TMac comes out of the gate swinging. He goes out for 100 yards in his first game of this season.
Nice. That would be awesome. I really hope that happens. I'm actually going to go defense because this is bold. This is bold. I'm going to say that we turn the Jags over 3 times in this game. 2 interceptions, 1 fumble. I'm going very specific with it. And we're throwing in a new wrinkle here for ChatGPT bold prediction. We'll see. We'll see how long this continues. But this one I thought was kind of funny. The bold prediction from ChatGPT is that Travis Hunter will score a touchdown on offense and get a pick 6 on defense.
Okay, ChatGPT, but that's a really fun bold prediction for a Jags fan.
That's super bold. It's super bold in his first game. Man, that'd be something. Unfortunate. What would be so unfortunate about that is that forever in Travis Hunter's highlight film,
every time
that will be there. That will be there. The Panthers getting burned both ways.
And even if he becomes a bust afterwards, it'll still be it'll still be synonymous. It'll be that guy.
Yeah.
Everyone thought he was going to be so special, and he started out like rocket. Then
Yep. In the Travis Hunter 30 for 30, what went wrong?
Yeah.
Yeah. All right. Game predictions.
I've been up and down all week, but I think we're going to do it. I do think that they're going to pull it out 27-21.
Yeah, so this one is one that I picked as a loss in our season predictions, but I'm my own man. I'm my own man.
Season week one. Yeah.
I can decide that Steven of 2 days ago was an idiot. He doesn't know what he's talking about. Steven of today, he knows that the Panthers are going to win this game. And I think they're going to win this game convincingly. 28-14 Panthers.
Wow, nice. I also have another prediction. For the first time in like a year and a half, they hold a team to under 100 rushing yards.
Ooh. I think you went a little too far. All right. Well, that would be great. That would be great. Just real quickly, let's look at the other NFC South games here. The other one is a divisional game, Bucks at Falcons. That actually will probably be an interesting game.
That's a very weird game to have week 1, isn't it?
Yeah. You got the 2 favorites for the division title matching up in week 1. That is a little strange. And then you got the Cardinals at the Saints, which I'm going to guess is going to be people are going to be talking about the Cardinals really excitedly after this game because they're probably going to put up like 48 points.
Yeah, I do. I got to see if I have any Cardinals on my roster in fantasy. That's
yeah, start your Cardinal.
Start your Cardinals. Yep. That's our fantasy pick there, eh?
All right, man. I think that's it.
Yep. If you want to text or leave us a voicemail, our phone number is 980-494-0071. We want to thank everyone for listening. Please let your friends know to help this pod grow. Please follow us on Twitter at MeowMixPodcast. If you have any questions or comments, you can email us at mailbag@meowmixpodcast.com and leave us a 5-star review with a comment on Apple Podcasts. We'll read it on the show. Also, if you're watching on YouTube or just swing by our page, please like and subscribe.
Let your friends know to help the pod grow.
I really needed to write that down. I don't know where I was just flowing there. I went smooth.
All right. Well, we'll be back after the game on Sunday to recap and hopefully talk about a Panthers victory. And until then, everybody stay safe out there and keep pounding.